easy techniques to learn the trigonometric ratios and formulae which you have to use in class 10th. So let us start. To begin with, I will start with the basic trigonometric ratios. Let us consider this triangle ABC. So I'm going to consider angle C and find all the ratios in terms of angle C. Before we find any ratios, let us first understand the meaning of perpendicular and hypotenuse. The side which is opposite to the angle C is called perpendicular and the other side is called base. So whenever you take any angle, accordingly you will choose the perpendicular and the base. Now there is a very simple and interesting mnemonics to learn these ratios. Here it goes. Some people have curly brown hair to present beauty. So if you take the first letters of all these words, you can easily make the trigonometric ratios. From here we get the first three formulae. Sine A is equal to perpendicular upon hypotenuse. Cosine or cos A is equal to B upon H. And tangent is equal to B upon B. The other three are the reciprocals of these three ratios. And so we have cosec or cosecant A equal to H upon P, sec A or secant A equal to H upon B, and cotangent or cot A equal to P upon B. So these are the basic 6 ratios. Now let us see how we can easily learn the other formulae related to trigonometry. For this we are going to consider a hexagon. This hexagon will let us remember and recall almost every formula which we have done in class 10th. So let's see how we can make this hexagon. You know that tan theta is equal to sine theta upon cos theta. So we are going to write three ratios on the three corners of this hexagon in order: tan, sine and cos. And then we will write the reciprocal of sine in front of sine, and same way reciprocal of cos in front of cos and of tan in front of tan. Okay, our hexagon is ready. Now see, if I move from tan in clockwise direction, I get the formula tan theta is equal to sine theta upon cos theta. And in the same way, cos theta is equal to cot theta upon cosec, cosec theta is equal to sec upon tan, and so on. So I get these formulae: tan theta is equal to sine upon cos, sine is equal to cos upon cot. In the same way, if I move in the anti-clockwise direction, I get some more formulae like cot theta is equal to cos upon sine, cos theta is equal to sine upon tan, etc. Apart from this, we have other formulae like if we multiply the opposite ends, we get sine theta cosecant theta is equal to 1. Tan theta cot theta is equal to 1, etc. We can also use this hexagon to write the ratios for complementary angles. Sine and cos are in front of each other, so they are interrelated. Same way tan and cot are interrelated and secant and cosecant are interrelated. So cos theta is equal to sine 90 minus theta and vice versa. Similarly, tan theta is equal to cot 90 minus theta and vice versa, and same for cosec and sec. Isn't it interesting? We can even use this hexagon to write the various identities which we have done. Okay, let's see how we can derive the identities from this hexagon. For that, we are going to write the number 1 at the center of the hexagon, and I have put these arrows in the three triangles. Now according to this arrow, we have to move clockwise and then we'll get the identities. Like if I start with the uppermost triangle, we have sine at the one corner. I'll start from here. So sine square theta plus cos square theta is equal to 1. Same way, I'll get other identities using the same method. So you can see the first identity, I get sine square theta plus cos square theta is equal to 1. Now if I take this second triangle and again go clockwise in this triangle, I will get the second identity, 1 plus cot square theta is equal to cosec square theta. Similarly, from the third, I'll get the third identity, tan square plus 1 is equal to secant square. So you can easily remember these identities from here. And we can also write these identities in another form. For example, consider the upper triangle containing sine, cos and 1. So another form of identity I can get by moving in the anti-clockwise direction. And when I am moving in anti-clockwise direction, I will use minus sign instead of plus. So the identity would be 1 minus cos square theta is equal to sine square theta. And you can check in other triangles also, we take the anti-clockwise direction and we get more forms of this identity. Okay, now next we come to the special ratios of special angles. You have done 0 degree, 30 degree, 45 degree, etc. So there's an easy way to remember these special ratios without the table, without learning the table. For this you have to use your hand. Keep your hand like this and consider the angles on the different fingers in order, like if we take the thumb as 0 degree, then 30 degree, 45, 60, 90, etc. We have to go in increasing order and we can start from any one side of our hand. So the various fingers are denoting the various angles. Now whatever angles ratios we have to find out, we will just fold that finger. I am showing here by drawing a line, but you will fold your finger. So for example, let us consider this case. So we are folding the middle finger, that means we have to find out the ratios for 45 degree. Now count the number of fingers on one side of this, which is 2, and also on the other side of this, which is 2 again. Now the ones which are on the smaller angle side will be used for finding sine theta and the other ones will be used for finding cos theta. Total number of fingers is 4. 2 plus 2, 4. So you are always going to divide by 4. Like when you have to find sine 45 degree. So there are 2 fingers on the left side. 2 upon 4, we'll take its square root and the answer is 1 by root 2. So this is how we get sine 45 degree. There are 2 fingers on the right side also. So cos 45 will be 2 upon 4 under the root. It is equal to 1 by root 2. So you'll remember that you have to use left ones for sine, right ones for cos, and always divide by 4. For tan theta, we have a different method. Okay, for tan theta, we are simply going to divide the number of fingers on left with the number of fingers on the right. So for tan 45 degree, 2 upon 2 under the root, that is equal to 1. Let's consider another angle, say 30 degree. So you can see there are 3 fingers on the right hand side and 1 finger on the left hand side of this 30 degree angle. So sine 30 would be 1 upon 4 under the root, that is 1 by 2. Cos 30 would be 3 upon 4 under the root because we have 3 fingers on the right hand side. And so it will be root 3 by 2. Tan 30 will be obtained by dividing the left ones by the right ones. So it would be 1 upon 3 under the root, that is equal to 1 by 3. So I hope children you like these methods and you are going to try them. The more you practice, the more perfect you will become in these methods and then you will not need any tables. So just try and have fun. And if you like my channel, don't forget to subscribe and hit the like button.